Jayden, how would you compare your understanding of the offense now compared to last year when you take over?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is taking it one day at a time. Like the offense is really dynamic. And how Coach Riley wants it. Obviously learning to the new conference, playing Big Ten teams, just being able to really dive into the playbook and ask as many questions as I have to.
In terms of training this offseason, did you do anything different? I know you had a different representation. I don't know. Did you have a different trainer off the field? Did you just do something at USC?
A little bit of both. I met this new trainer off the field, and Coach True and the staff have been really, really great for this team and for the staff. They've a great addition to this program. So,
Anything different you focused on in the training this offseason compared to?
I think probably just getting stronger and faster.
Have you been training the 3D QB?
Yep, 3D QB.
How's that going?
It's been really good for me. I mean, they've helped a lot, and they're huge and impactful. They were really influential in my summer and my off trainings.
How'd you get in touch with them?
Honestly, they hit me up through one of my agencies, and they just offered to help. And so I took it, and I'm always trying to get better. So that's what they're all for, and that's why I really appreciate it.
What's maybe something that we don't see as far as Riley's offensive scheme and kind of strategies that you're getting to familiarize yourself with now that stands out?
I think right now it's just how dynamic the offense is. Defense is out there also giving us a great look. So, just finding what we have to work on, each and every day to get better.
The team had a lead or tied in the fourth every game last year, ended up 7-5. What's going to be the difference in those close games next year to make sure you guys have victories?
I think just attacking each and every day, one day at a time with the same mindset. I mean, yeah, we were close, but I think, just keeping that same mindset and just attacking each and every day.
I know you talked about limiting turnovers, and that was a big part of your offseason. What in particular do you try to focus on to eliminate?
Just watching the film, getting different looks from Brad Aoki on staff. He's been huge in terms of putting the cut-ups together. So,
are you asking for certain cut-ups? Like when you're talking to Brad, is he just sort of setting you up?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, he does a really great job, so I don't really have to ask for much because he does such a great job. So,
I know, because you were just talking about just maybe you taking more singles than home runs. When you're just talking about a given play, how much has that kind of been a focus for you?
It's been huge. I mean, just being able to, my next step is just taking what the defense shows and gives me. So,
as a quarterback, have you always been someone who's first instinct is to throw it deep? I mean, obviously you got the arm to do that. Has that always been something you've?
I mean, we just got the talent in the room to do it. In the wide receiver room, they're deep threats, they're threats in the intermediate game. So I think just giving them the ball in space is huge. So that's a big thing for me.
What did you learn from the 4 starts last year that you're taking with you this season?
Sorry, one more time.
What did you learn from the 4 starts last year that you're going to take with you this season?
I think it's just really going back to turning the ball over and keeping that at a 0 and a minimum as possible.
Talk about the competition between you and the other quarterback. Is it something that you learned from him that gives you think that you can work on, and it's something that you teaching him that he can work on?
Yeah, there's definitely a whole bunch of things that Sam and Hassan has bring to the table that I definitely can work on, and we all just bounce ideas off each other. And we're really competitive. We attack each and every day, and I think that's just the real thing I really appreciate from those two and everybody else in the room is just we're all for making each other better.
And last question, sorry. You talked to Coach Jones, the running back coach, when he was talking about the run game. How does that impact you being the quarterback? What do you think about that type of relationship?
I mean, we have it in the room, the running back room. We got it, what it takes. We have to be able to have that run game. So, I mean, we definitely got what it takes.
You've talked about, just kind of flushing back plays after having it, how hard that might have been for you at one point. How much better do you feel like you are at moving on?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot better. I just got to, I can't dwell on what I can't control, and that's the past. So my thing is just keeping a neutral mindset and just, staying neutral the entire game. So I think the biggest thing I like to go back is the bowl game against A&M, throwing those 3 interceptions, but still leading the team to a winning drive. So I think that's something I like to reflect on, is because just having that neutral mindset and going out there for that last drive and just go down there and help the team win.
Say, how important was it just to have that for building your confidence going forward? Like, hey, I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. I mean, not just me, but like everybody in this team around me, they boosted my confidence. So,
what does a successful season for Jayden Maiava look like?
National championship. I feel like that's what everybody on this team would answer with that question. It's just one day at a time. Staying disciplined about it, but it's obviously something that is a part of our goal.
How nice is having Makai Lemon in the receiving core, a guy who gets open frequently and safety blanket?
Yeah, super nice. I mean, it makes my job easier, just giving them the ball in space and watching them make the plays and electrifying plays that they make.
You have great arm talent. That's unquestionable. But what is it about your game that you think complements this offense the best?
I think just being able to get the ball to the playmakers. That's my biggest thing, is just get the ball to the playmakers and let them do what they have to do and, win games.
What was it like working out with the guys over the summer? One of the linemen was telling me he wasn't used to working out on sand. So what's it like, getting those players in the new environment to work out with?
Sure, it's been huge for the guys. I mean, especially the guys that coming from the East Coast. Having this LA weather is huge, but when we go to the beach, we don't go to have fun, we go to work out, which is fun for us. So we just love to go out there and compete and, make each other better.
Were you able to do anything particularly memorable this summer?
Yeah, we had like a team get together, like almost the whole team showed up, so I think that was good.
Was that one of the barbecues?
Yep, for sure.
You said you learned what you could take back into the bowl. What was something you learned that you think you're going to look forward to applying this season after that game?
Yeah, I think just like getting the ball to the guys in space. I mean, giving them the playmakers, and just the O-line is going to do their great job at what they do, and the receivers and the running backs. So I think it's huge for me just to give them the ball.
How different is the mindset going from last season to trying to compete for a starting job to now? You feel like you're ready to take over this offense is fully.
Yeah, I think it's just having that mindset of just like competing every single day, like I don't have the job. Attacking it every single day, because going back to the mindset of like what we had all summer, no matter how much work you put in, it's never enough. So I think just continue to put in that work and keep going.
Do you want to run more this season at all? Is that something you're thinking about?
I mean, whatever defense gives me is what I'm gonna take. So I can't miss up those opportunities. So I'm gonna have to do it.
When was the last offseason when you finished as a starter and you were kind of seen as the starter all through the offseason?
You said when was the last time I think this is actually the first time I had something happen like this, where I got the job back into the season last season and coming in. I think it's just attacking it with the same mindset in terms of like just pushing myself to get 1% better every day.
Are there differences in sort of being the first guy on the group or anything like that this spring or summer here in Missouri?
I think it's all about getting better every day.
What do you enjoy the most about your skill position players?
I don't think I could specify on one thing, but really all things. All those skill guys, they're super dynamic, nothing like what I've seen before and been able to be a part of. So I'm super grateful for that. And, they're huge. They're going to play a big role in this offense. And, I know they're ready to deliver.
In this break, who are the guys on defense who made your life challenging for the offense?
Not much. Not nobody I can think of. I think the challenging thing is just staying disciplined and, staying in routine and being consistent with that.
Anyone in your face a lot?
I wouldn't say, no.
How's your relationship with Jean Reed so far? He's coming in here. How was your guys' time on the field, but also off the field? You had time to to kind of get to know each other, kind of get to know that second.
Yeah, I think with Jay Reed, we clicked. We clicked off the get-go, so I think that's been huge for me in terms of like watching film together and spending time off the field. A lot of team barbecues was happening, and he was always there. He was either eating or on the grill, so I mean that was helped a lot.
How has the offense just dealt with DJ Winfield maybe being eligible, maybe he's not? What's that challenge been like for your group?
I mean, I don't think it's obviously everybody knows about it and whatnot, but I think the biggest thing was preparing to as if you were to play, you know what I mean? Because, we can't let that get in the way of us trying to get better and, get to the goal.
Have you seen anyone step up? I know practice hasn't started yet, but who are some guys who might fill that role? Any idea?
I would say all of the guys, Willie Washer, Elijah Vicona, all the young cats, they're ready. I mean, they're definitely in the right program. This is the place to be, so, yeah.
You mentioned that the pressure of being Lincoln Riley quarterback and also being a USC quarterback. Where was there ever a point in time where you felt like Coach Riley has trust in me to do the job?
Yeah, I mean, I think the moment he offered me to come play at USC was the biggest thing for me. Is okay, he sees something in me. Maybe I need to believe it and accept it with myself. So.
How's that relationship with Coach kind of developed from when you first started on campus to what it's like now?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I think we've built a real closer relationship with each other. Coach Ewart and I are always locked in, and everybody else on the team really just been molding together.
When you look back on that time at the end of last season and see yourself now, do you feel significantly more confident as the guy coming in as the quarterback? Or did you have confidence then?
Yeah, I've had the confidence. I think the confidence comes with God first and foremost, and also with my team and the coaching staff. This team is huge. They've done so much for me. They've sacrificed so much for me, and I'm going to sacrifice what I have to sacrifice for them.
What have you been working on with Coach Ewart? I know we've talked a lot about the decision making and the film and stuff, but when you can work with your position coach, just more so than a head coach, what are you guys working on, and what's your relationship like with him?
It's huge. I mean, we're always locked in. He's the one that actually been communicating with me and brought me here and seen interest in me. So I think the biggest thing is just keeping that relationship.
How about, you always say you're your own worst critic, harshest critic. How are you going with the psychological side of being a quarterback this offseason? What jumps are you taking to not be so hard on yourself? This next play mentality?
Yeah, just like keeping the neutral mindset, like I've said. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Just being able to stay neutral.
Last year, 4 games, but what was the one play that you're most proud of, that you feel it typifies what you could do on the field?
One play I'm most proud of. I can't think of one play. There's a lot of great plays, and it's not just because of me, but it was because of the O-line, running backs, and the receivers that have done it for me. So, it's all love for them. It's all love to them and what they've done to get the ball where it needs to go.
Was there just one throw, though, that like a whole shot or something that you nailed, that you really sticks out in your head?
Nothing I can think of right now, really. It's just, what I'm big on is when the O-line, the running backs, and the receivers they all contribute and they all deliver and execute in their jobs. So,
what can USC fans expect from the offense this year?
A lot of touchdowns.